Hello, 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 my name's Sam and you're watching So Let's Sparkle with Sam. So welcome back to my lovely subscribers, and if you are new here then welcome. My name's Sam and I'm going to talk to you all about my sewing journey, and today the video is for my July/August summer plans. So yeah, I'm a little bit late to the party with my July plans because I've just been ridiculously busy, but I really wanted to get started because I haven't really been doing plans and makes videos. I kind of started up my YouTube channel not really knowing what to do, and I've been kind of like just working out what's the best way to do things, and I would like to do plans and makes videos, so I thought I'd just get started and just go for it. So this is my July/August plans. We'll see how we get on. So I've got two main kind of aims of my makes for this month, the next couple of months. And the main aims are, so the first one is something that I have in common with Tamlin from Sewn on the Time. She did a live recently, not the latest one, the one before, and she was talking about how many different projects that she had cut out and not sewn, and it was getting her down. And I feel exactly in the same way. I am really good at cutting things out, putting them in beautiful bags and just leaving them and not doing anything with them. And I don't know why I do it, because I love the sewing part, I love the construction part, I love the finishing part. I don't know why I do it. I've got a bit of a butterfly brain. It's the way I work. I can never have just one, I can never do just one thing. I've tried. My brain just doesn't allow me to have one thing going on. I have to have lots of things going on. And I think that that is part of it. So my aim for this month is to sew up at least some of what I've got cut out. I'm not going to have my plans to cut it all out because there's no way I'd get it done in a month. But definitely some of my plans are going to be things that I have already cut out, ready to go and just to sew. So it might look like I've got quite a few plans, but a lot of them will be quite quick and simple because I've already got them cut out, ready to go. My second aim is I need to, again, another Northern Soul sister, Ruan, was chatting about her subscription box fabric stash issue, and I have the same. When I first started kind of doing the subscriptions, I was like, I'm going to get this made up every month. I'm going to do my vlog, I'm going to do my unboxing, I'm going to have it made up. That has not happened. I have just started accumulating different boxes with different subscription box fabrics in, which I love, and I don't know why I'm not sewing them up, but I'm just not sewing them up. So again, you'll see in my plans today, I have made a real effort, and this month I've made a particular effort with my Sew Hayley Jane fabrics and also my Always Knitting and Sewing subscription box fabrics. So the way I'm going to do this video is I'm going to split it up. So first I'm going to be doing my garment plans, and then I'm going to do my more crafty, all sewing, but my more kind of crafty plans. So, you know, you can enjoy what you'd like to enjoy. And the other thing, because of course I don't have enough to do, is the lovely girls, the Busy Bee Challenge, and I will pop everyone down below so I don't miss everybody, but the lovely girls at the Busy Bee Challenge have let me join in their lovely challenge. So I have also got to get that done in the month of July. So I won't be talking much about that in this video, but if you want to see my plans video for the Busy Bee Challenge, then that's on the playlist underneath. So yeah, so that's an extra thing to pop into this month. So shall we get on to my first plans? So my first plans are to make two pairs of Safiya trousers, the Tilly and the Buttons. They're from her book. Which book is it, Sam? Make It Simple book. Yes, they are. I love them. I've made them before. I put a picture up of my pink linen pair, which I absolutely love. And I've also made a pair out of Viscose as well, which kind of give me a bit of a William Morris vibe. And they are super comfy and lovely for summer. And I want some more pairs, just because I'm finding that they're really handy for work. They're really handy for summer. They're really nice to wear, and yeah, I could just do with a couple more pairs. So I have, these are my already cut out kind of makes and I've got two to make, 2 pairs. So the first ones I'm going to be making in this lovely green linen, and it's from Lush cloth, and it's absolutely divine, this lovely green. And then the second pair fits into 2 boxes. It fits into my sew what you've cut out and sew up your subscription box fabrics. And this is from the lovely Sew Hayley Jane subscription box, this beautiful Viscose Twill. So as I said, they're already cut out, ready to go, so they shouldn't take me too long. I've sewn them before. I kind of know what I'm doing. They shouldn't take me too long to do. But that is my kind of first July makes plans, is to make 2 of the Tilly and the Buttons Safiya pants, because I think trousers, because I think yeah, they will be really, really useful for summer. So I'm just going to move this over here. I've got quite a lot in front of me. I am wondering whether I have done far too many plans, but you know, we'll see how we go. So the next one is already cut out, and it's already in a little project bag. Can you see it here? And this is another Tilly and the Buttons. If you haven't watched my videos before, I do like a Tilly and the Buttons pattern. And it's a Tilly and the Buttons Agnes top. It's already cut out, ready to go. And the reason that I want to get this one done is I think it will go really nicely with the linen trousers. So it'll be a nice top to wear with the linen trousers. So I've had this cut out. Honestly, I've had this cut out for the longest time, and it's just one, and I have to move it to do other bits of my sewing, and I keep moving it, and I'm thinking, just do it, Sam. So that is my a definite have to get done. So yeah, it's an Agnes top. I do love a Tilly and the Buttons top, and I find that again they do come together quite quickly. So hopefully that should be quite an easy make. The next one is also already cut out. So as you can see, there's quite a few, but I don't think they're going to take me too long to do, because I've done most of the hard work. It is just the sewing bit, and I have to say, once I get going with the sewing, I am quite quick. It's just that motivation. I do actually sew quite quickly. I just need to get on with it. So this is a Sagebrush top. I love the Sagebrush. I've made quite a few, but I've always wanted to make one in a more flowy Viscose fabric, because I don't know, I just tend to make them with cotton or poplin, but I wanted to make one with something a little bit more flowy. So I have this. I love this fabric, this beautiful fabric. And also, as you hopefully can see, they will match beautifully with my Lush cloth linen Safiya trousers. So I'm also, this is the other thing, I hope you can see, I'm trying to make myself a bit of a capsule wardrobe, because in August I'm going away on a bit of a sewing retreat for a friend, 2 pink shadows for her 60th birthday, and I thought it might be nice if I take a bit of a kind of capsule wardrobe with me. So I thought if I try and get things that match what I've already made, it will be a good thing. So yeah, I'm really making good plans for July. We'll see if I stick to them. Probably won't. So yes, so that is going to be a Sagebrush top. The hack on that top is that I remove some of the poofy puffiness out of the sleeve, and basically I do that by just drawing it in by 2 inches, and then I find that you just don't you don't have to do as much gathering, and so you just get slightly less. You still get a nice poofy sleeve, but not quite as poofy, and that just feels better for me. And then the other thing, because I only had a small remnant, this was a remnant of fabric, so I didn't have enough to make the bias binding for around the neck and the tie. So I am cheating, and I have actually I'm just going to buy some ready-made black bias binding. We sell it at work, so I can just pick myself up a little bit of bias binding. So again, because I am cheating with that, it's not going to take me very long to make, so that's going to be quite a quick make. The next make, I haven't got this cut out, and it might go on the maybe pile, because I'll see how I get on with my other things. This one might be on my maybe pile, but I had a look on Instagram recently, and I follow the hashtag for the Sagebrush top because I do really love it. And someone, I'm really sorry, I cannot remember who it was, but somebody had made a sleeveless Sagebrush, and I thought, oh, that looks nice, and that would be really lovely for summer. So I've got this gorgeous, again, another remnant, gorgeous green. Green's a bit of a theme for this month. A gorgeous green gingham, small check, that I thought would make a really nice sleeveless Sagebrush top. And again, I'll get ready-made bias for it, because I need to do bias round where the sleeves are not going to be on that one. But yeah, I thought that would be really nice, and also it would like link in with my wardrobe, my new capsule wardrobe. Wow, I'm getting through these quite quickly, but I have realised that I have got quite a lot. So yeah, little caveat, I might not get them all done. We will see. So the next one on my list is one that I have been wanting to make for ages, and I've seen so many of them on Instagram. I've seen so many vloggers that have made them, really enjoyed the pattern. One of my really good friends at work, Maz from Mazzle Makes, she's made one from fabric from the shop, and I'm like, why are you not making this? So this one is one that I would really like to do. I haven't made it before, so this one might be a bit of a project. So this might be a bit of a weekend project. And it is the patina blouse from Friday Pattern Company. I just think it's a lovely shape. I think it would really suit me. I've made a couple of blouses before and I've really enjoyed them. So I think, yeah, it will be a nice one to kind of get my teeth into. So if anyone's made this and's got any special tips for me, then let me know. That would be great. And the material that I'm going to make this for has come from the fabric shop that I work at Carole and Rose. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I've got to have this in my life, because look, it's got stars on. It's like little stars and then interspersed with like a little flower. And again, it will go with my trousers. So, but it'll go great with a pair of jeans. So yeah, so that is one that I would really like to get my teeth into. But as I said, I think that's going to be a little bit of a bigger project. So if I don't manage to get this sewn up in July, then I think what I might do is I might get it all cut out and prepared and then take it with me to my little sewing week and get it sewn up there, because I think it would just be a nice project to kind of get my teeth into. So that's the patina blouse. And that's the Sagebrush instructions. So if you haven't seen the Sagebrush pattern, that's it. That's the instructions manual for the Sagebrush. I will intersperse pictures in, hopefully in the edit. We will see. So the next thing is pants. Pants. Now, I did say to myself at the beginning of the year, I have to say, when I first started sewing, I was like, I'm never going to make knickers. Why would I make knickers? You can buy them in Marks and Spencer's. Like, why would you? Until I made a pair, and they were the comfiest things that I've ever worn in my whole entire life. And now I'm just never going to buy pants. I'm just going to make my own, because they're honestly so comfortable to wear, and they are a really good way of using up fabric scraps. So I've used quite a few patterns and I've made quite a few different patterns, but the ones that I always find myself reaching for and the ones that I find the most comfortable to wear are the Waves and Wild Wonder undies. So I'll show you some of the pattern pieces. As you can see, you've got a front piece, and it's kind of, this is like a low rise piece, and then you've got a back piece, and then you've got like your gusset piece. And so as you can see, they're quite small. You can use them with quite small pieces of jersey. So I've got some jersey scraps here, which I know will all fit a pair of pants out of. And then with the Waves and Wild ones, you can either do the elastic bands out of the jersey, or you can use a knicker elastic. And I'll probably do a combination of the two, because I quite like, I just quite like both of them. And I just quite like the challenge, the different challenges of the sewing, because sometimes particularly if you're doing batch sewing of lots and lots, it's just nice to kind of intersperse doing different ones. So yes, and again, I think I might end up doing a knicker day, because what I like to do is get them all cut out and then kind of like sew them in batches, and just that's my kind of day of sewing. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to get them. And you know what it's like, you always like to take new pants on holiday with you, don't you? So I'll have a whole set of new knickers to take away with me, so I'm quite looking forward to that. So that's that one. I promise there's not too many more. I've only got 2 more garment makes, and then I've got 3 crafty makes to show you. So the next one, again, this one might not make it into July. It's probably going to be more like August. But again, it's another one that I've seen lots of people that I follow make. Particularly, this one's for Rachel from the French Seams. She makes this one a lot and I love it. And it is the Marlo sweater cardigan pattern. And I don't have very many layers. I don't have very many layering pieces. I don't often, I'm a lady of a certain age who is always hot. I'm always hot. So I rarely wear coats when I go out, because even though I might need them initially, once I start walking, I'm just always too hot. But I do quite like a cardigan. So I thought that would be a really good one to make. And I have this fabric here, which is black. I do wear a lot of black, so I know it will go with lots of my things. But as you can see, it's got all of the colours in it. And I thought that would make a really nice Marlo sweater to keep me, you know, in the evenings, in the summer evenings, and get me through to autumn with a nice kind of. So again, if you have made this one and you have any tips for me, let me know, and hopefully I will get that one sewn up this month. So the last one is, again, So Hayley Jane fabric, and this is fabric that I've had for ages, and it is this gorgeous sparkly cherry fabric, which I love it so much, and I can't decide why I haven't sewn it up, and it's kind of bothered me a little bit, because I just love it so much. So I thought I'm just going to pick a pattern and I'm just going to go for it. I was watching the lovely Carole of Sew Carole, and she suggested this knit pattern from New Look. Now, I know everyone's going, Sam, a big 4 pattern, you don't do big 4 patterns. And I don't. But however, I've kind of challenged myself recently, and I am doing a big 4 pattern for the Busy Bees challenge. And I've got quite a good way through it, and I'm actually finding the pattern really nice to work with. So I thought, this is silly. Why are you not using these massive resource? You should just give them a go. So I gave myself a little bit of a talking to and thought, right, you can do this, Sam. You've got this. Give it a go. So I'm going to choose this one, and I think what I'll do is I'll do this one with the tie, this view with the tie, but I might do slightly longer sleeves. I don't know yet. I'll have a think about. So if you have made this pattern before, then let me know how you got on with it. But I thought it'd just be lovely in this fabric. Yeah, and it would just look really nice. It's a cotton jersey, so hopefully it will be suitable. And then if I think I've got 2.5 meters. So if I have any left, I've got some white ribbing. So I might make myself a little t-shirt or something. I might do the closet core tee, or I might do the new Nyla tee from Tammy Handmade, or something else with what I've got left over, or it might be turned into pants. So knickers, pants, we'll see. So that's my plans for garment making for July/August, and as you can probably see, it's gonna be August, isn't it? So yeah, I've over planned. I do it every time. I'm very sorry. I apologise. So now we're going to go on to the crafty makes. Now, my lovely husband, Simon, he always cooks Sunday dinner for us. He makes a mean roast potato. And he has been asking me for quite a long time now if I wouldn't mind replacing our oven gloves. Now, the oven gloves that we've currently got in our kitchen, I made. In fact, I've made quite a few pairs of oven gloves now for the house, but they are looking a little bit worse for wear. I mean, they do. All oven gloves don't last forever. And so I've been kind of putting him off. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll do that. And I thought, hang on, Sam, make a plan and make them. And so, yes, so I'm going to make those. If you would like to make oven gloves, I do actually have a tutorial for oven gloves. And if you, like me, don't like binding, these are binding free. So you don't need to bind them. They're binding free oven gloves, and you'll find it on Always Knitting and Sewing, Knit and Stitch It, because I do some of the tutorials from them, but I'll put all of the links below. So I was having a look through my stash, and I like to use a bit of a sturdier cotton. So I tend to go for a cotton duck or a cotton canvas or a very heavy quilting cotton for my oven gloves. And I found this in my stash. And I bought this originally because I was going to make a tote bag out, like a market tote bag, because I thought it would be great for taking to the supermarket. But then I thought, oh no, actually, that'll make a really, really nice pair of oven gloves. And when they're hanging in my kitchen, they'll just look really, really cool. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to make my oven gloves out of. And if I've got a little bit left over, because I think I have got plenty, I might make a couple of pot holders as well, because we've got a wood table, and it's quite nice to put the pot holders on the table before you pop, your hot dishes on. So yeah, so we'll see how we get on with that. But I'm actually really, really looking forward to that. So that'll be fun. The next thing that I've got to do this is, those of you that watch my channel know that I do something called a crafting swap. And I put all of the details downstairs in the show notes. When I say downstairs, I mean underneath. I won't actually write them downstairs. And yeah, so I need to make the July swap for my swap buddy. So what we do is sign up to something called Elster. Someone kind of, it self-generates me a swapping buddy, and then I make my crafting swap for them, send it to them, and then someone will get my name and I get something sent to me. So it is all very lovely and all, yeah, and I do really enjoy it. I love a good selfless sew. And this month's theme is Christmas in July. So I've had a little think about it. I will do a separate video. So once I've made it and I've sent it to my swapping buddy, I will show you what I've made. But a few ideas of what I've got for the moment is I'm going to go through all of my Christmas fabrics, and I might put together like a little fat quarter bundle, because I think it's always quite nice if you're thinking about Christmas to perhaps get like a little bundle of fabrics and then kind of send them off to somebody, because sometimes Christmas fabrics are great but you're not necessarily going to use a lot of them, and so if someone sends you a little bit from their stash, it's kind of nice to have little bits of fabric that you can make your little crafting goodies out. So I might put together a little kind of Christmas fat quarter bundle for my swap buddy. And then I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go for gift bags, because gift bags are just really handy, and I love doing free motion embroidery. So I think I might do a free motion embroidered gift bag. And then also I might kind of do some scrunchies, or, you know, things that people can give away as gifts, as well as it being a gift for themselves, but something that they could perhaps gift on, because when you're kind of sewing for Christmas, there's a lot to do, isn't there? So if you've got something already made that you can kind of pass on, so that might be quite handy. So yeah, so that's my next kind of crafting make for July. And then the last thing is from another sewing subscription box that I subscribe to, and it's the Always Knitting and Sewing subscription box, and this is a crafting box, so it's not a garment box, it's a crafting box. And this month is Heather's tutorial for a backpack. Now I'll pop a picture of the backpack up here that's already made, and I'll show you my subscription fabrics. In fact, if you can see on this fabric, there is the backpack, that's the project, and that's the lovely Heather there, and you get everything in your box that you need for making that, and a few extra bits and pieces as well. So it's a really, you know, if you kind of like crafting, everything's in there that you need. They do I think they do a mini box as well, but you don't get everything you need for your project, you just get the fabric. So if you just want to build up your fabric stash, then the mini box is quite good, but if you want to actually make the project, then the deluxe box is the one that you need to go for. So yeah, so I've got this lovely blue plain canvas, and then I've got this gorgeous navy canvas, again giving me real William Morris, and if you know me, I love this kind of vibe. I think it's gorgeous. So I think I'm going to be using that combo from my backpack, and then I get a little bag with all the bits in. So it's got the webbing in, it's got all of the D-rings and the clasps, and also some Gutermann thread in there. So everything I need in there to make the backpack, as well as you also get the interfacing as well. So I think it's fantastic value, but the problem is I've got quite a few now that I've just got in the box and I haven't made up, and I really want to get them made up. And I think the backpack is a great one to make, because obviously if I'm going away, it will be a great one to take with me, and then I'll have a handmade bag to take with me. So the other fabric that I got in the box, so I could use this as an alternative. I did think for a while that I could perhaps make my oven gloves out of this one, but what I think I might do is I might save this and make some oven gloves for Christmas, for me to have in the house at Christmas time, because I think they'll look great, or to make, I might actually get two lots of oven gloves out of this, so I might make a pair for me and a pair for my sister, because it's always nice, isn't it, to make for others. So yeah, so that is I'm sorry, this has been a really long video. And if you're still with me, well done. But yeah, that is basically my July plans. So I've been tagged in by the lovely Catherine at Soverton Makery for the 5 handmade essentials videos, which I'm really looking forward to. And I'm going to do a little bit of a different turn on it, because I haven't been sewing very long. You all know that. And so I don't really have lots and lots of different handmade things. So I don't really know what is essentials yet. But my video is going to be handmade essential things to make to help your sewing grow. So mine is from a beginner's sewer's perspective of the things that I think that you should try and make to really progress your sewing. So if that's something that you think you might find helpful, then hopefully that video will be up in the next couple of days. So we will see. We'll see how long it takes me to edit this one. I mean, this one might be not up yet. So we'll see. So yes, so thank you, lovely lovelies. Thank you for listening, and yeah, and just thank you for being part of my community. Thanks so much for all of the lovely kind comments. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so don't forget to sparkle, and I see you all again really soon.